got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives, and the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back just shaking our heads, but right now.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Some adverse conditions greeting both teams as they take the field in what will be a very wet stadium. Rain is falling, and it's going to be interesting to see just how heavily it factors into this game. It's the Bengals going up against the Marshalls. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Antonio Marshalls. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Out left side here to Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So Dalton now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Green's got it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
First carry now. This is Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. And here now, the defensive starters.
Dale Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. 23 yards on the play. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. And Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Look at it, move the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Watching that, Barney. Back there in that Philly. Here we go. Detroit.
And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Still on his feet. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. Third down here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They send Green to the left on his own. Third down from the gun. Dalton, he's got time. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's San Antonio football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. As they run the counter play. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Manziel. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and it's 3rd and short.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They go play action here on first down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they get 28 yards on that one. And that enables them to also pick up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Surveying the field. Buying time to his left. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Turn it up. Turn it up. Leopard. Leopard.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He hits Floyd on the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And look at this. Catanzaro misses it left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the screen, Bernard. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down, Dalton. He's got time in the pocket, and his throw is incomplete. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't.
That was hit, and Dalton lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Manziel. This will be caught at about the 3. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Jermaine Gresham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at the quarterback that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Green with a catch left side. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manziel. Over the middle here to Brown. John Brown, 20, 10, and touchdown. John Brown, 78 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now they're in the hurry-up. And play is stopped here. Timeout. out here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Dalton throwing on second down. And his throw here is incomplete. So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Finding Green complete. 14 yards there on the pickup. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on... downs on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Arakpo in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now Manziel, and able to find John Brown. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Andy Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And Eifert has it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Bryant with a catch right side. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And that'll be incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And Dalton to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Let's go! Ohio! Here we go! One, no! One round! Six round!
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Let's go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Manziel. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this, and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Michael Floyd with touchdown number 8 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Dalton throwing on second down. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get
under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. And some room to roam now. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
Right? But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. And they'll go with a ground attack here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down following the run.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Ohio! Come on, let's roll! Flex, Ohio!
They come up in an offset eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Time running out here on the play clock. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. third down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the... Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals getting set to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
Back now in San Antonio, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
2nd down, Dalton going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. Bryant with a catch right side. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball run free and brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. A first down throw coming for Dalton. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hans team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Come on. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting through, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. Check. Come on. Here we go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.